Early last year, Kansas City resident Leslie Mark decided to transform her residential landscape into a native garden. Inspired by years of learning about the benefits of native plants, Leslie was hopeful that the change would help to manage her stormwater runoff while providing habitat for wildlife.
I'm not a really experienced gardener, believe it or not, but I come from a long stock of gardeners. And when we were trying to solve for some of the problems that we were seeing in this steep hill environment we have leading to a creek that feeds Brush Creek and ultimately Missouri River, and also after I had spent some time hearing about environmental degradation, I decided that we should do something that was more mindful and more intentional about taking care of all the wildlife around us. I've also become a birder thanks to COVID, and attracting them as well as pollinators to the garden was really primary.
I keep looking at this caterpillar down here.
Yeah, show us.
And yeah, I mean...
Garrett Anderson and his native landscape company, Bluestem Habitat Restoration, contributed not only their expertise, but their hands and knees when it came time to get planting.
We're a native plant installer, designer, maintainer, and yeah, we're out here at one of these new sites. We converted someone's entire yard into all natives. I focus on native plants because you can actually see the results of the things that you're putting in. There's so many benefits to all of this that we're doing. Stormwater runoff, less use of pesticides, fossil fuels. People are mowing their lawns until the day they die. So like doing this, you're having to stop doing that, you know?
With Garrett and his team covering the landscaping, and Kyle Johnson of Bur Oak Ventures adding a bit of hardscaping as well, Leslie Mark's yard was finally becoming the self-sustaining native habitat she hoped for. However, the passion, research, and planning that native gardening requires does not happen overnight. Leslie shared with us how she recommends new gardeners approach the world of natives.
Talk to as many people. More importantly, listen to as many people as you can. And Deep Roots, I feel like I'm commercial, but I'm happy to be because I've really continued my education through all the opportunities that I've had to attend Planet Native and hear in person the energy, the passion, the commitment of different gardeners and different people who are willing to say, hey, we have a climate issue, we need to respond to it, and doing what we were doing maybe hasn't been the best stewardship. How can we change that? So first is to listen and talk to people. Reading is really important, and I have quite the growing library, but I'm also happy to use the library, so you don't have to have a ton of money to do this. And then the other thing is to have a lot of humility, because like anything, and especially in gardening, you make mistakes. I guess it's patience and humility. So I have patience because you may have lost a whole season, quote unquote, and you try the next year something a little different, or you move somebody because they're happier with a little more sun or a little less sun or whatever it is.
There's just a multi-layered reasoning why this is so important and critical, especially this day and age. So I hope that more people are turning the tide and going this route, because I think it really does change things for the better.
You can learn more about Garrett and his native landscape company on their website or on their Facebook and Instagram pages under the name Bluestem Habitat Restoration. And if you're interested in following Leslie's footsteps and diving deeper into the world of native gardening, check out the Deep Roots website and learn more about our Planet Native Conference and other programs.